Well, kids, getting ready for it to, I don't know, snow again, right? If you can see the snowflakes. Yeah, why am I all the way out in the street? Well, I went to go fill the tire. I know, this has got to be the boringest scrapping channel since ever, right? Sorry. I can't produce more currently. See these streets? They're empty. Close your head, kingdom! Yep, same two old pallets laying in there. Had to drive the wife to work today and the kid. So what's left for me? Well, by tomorrow will be 40-mile-an-hour wind and getting down to 10 below zero with 30 minus wind chill factor. So we're gonna get this van out of here, and yeah, I cannot get my fat hand in there under the hood. I just can't do it. So maybe I'm gonna have my buddy take a look at it. It's just rusting away in the driveway. If I don't use it, the thing will melt away. Funny how like some vehicles rust like crazy like that, and like this thing, nothing. This thing's been sitting around for 5 years, not used, and it's not crumbling away or anything. It's actually in better shape than the yellow one and the white one. Like, look at the door sill. The rocker, it's hardly even, I think it's pretty much all intact, except for the corner post right there. The yellow one, the floor is like all rotted right there, even like the whole floor is rotted out. When you step on the brake, you can feel like the cab twisting a little bit. You know what I mean? You step on the brake, you can feel like the floor move and all that. This is what it is. But yeah, I've been up since 4 this morning, taking my kid to work, and now I'm stuck with the rotten part of the day, where I ain't gonna get anything to the scrapyard. The compound is buried in snow. And yeah, to be honest with you, I don't really want to push myself too hard. Because I'm actually, for the first time ever, kind of worried, hey, I could have a heart attack. Well, the kid doesn't want to buy the parts for this truck, so here it sits. I just want to buy the parts for it. Super Bowl Sunday is coming. I'm like, buy the parts, and so what if they sit around, but the moment I get the wind's picking up, the moment I get a good chance to turn the wrench on it, I'll have the parts on hand. I'll have to wait. Yeah. Man, since this snow happened, I actually gained 10 pounds. Gained 10 pounds. Here, I'll let you guys look. I mean, with my clothes on, I got shoes on and stuff. What's it say? almost 331 pounds. So yeah, 250 pounds. They all still live at home. All those girls and stuff again still live at home. It's starting to get windy. All those girls right there, they all still live at home. The whole family. Where my son stays here only half the time. My daughter, the youngest one, is over by her friend's house a lot. And my other daughter moved out back in September. She's 20. Oh. Well, all them guys, they're all older. They're like, I don't know, they're millennials. They all live at home. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I'm waiting for the tow truck. Let me close the door because these psychos they'll just run right into the door, even though there's like a whole roadway. Look at the snow, it's coming down to beat the band now. Yeah, so being as heavy as I am, I don't want to push it. Okay, because that, you know, my body's engine will just vapor lock. So being that heavy, you gotta like go easy. You don't want to hurt anything. Twisted ankle. I don't know. I know some of you guys are heavier than that, but you're taller or whatever. Or something. Or in better shape. What's with scrappers and, like, a lot of scrappers are in horrible shape. Why is that? They're, like, not in, like, when I was at the scrapyard last time, I was, like, looking around at a lot of the scrappers. You're checking out the scrappers, are you weird? Yeah. Yeah, I guess I'm weird. No, I look at them, I'm like, wow, this is a really gangly, motley bunch of, like, people. If they were employees, no. Pretty much unemployable. About 80% of them, just because of the physical condition, just run down or something. Want to know any other fun facts just for a moment? Like, this channel made $280 in December, and then in January it was like all of a sudden the brakes screeched and it made $155, and so far in February I'm on track to make maybe $80. And for my tax time, you know, the AdSense money you get from Google for the year, you get like a tax form, and you gotta turn in that money. Okay, I made $1,711.40. So that's the average of like $4.6 per day. I guess it's better than some people, but I'm no car wizard or Scotty Kilmer or any of those guys. They're way down on the food chain. I mean, there's some gaming channels that are like multi-million dollar. So that's the power of the YouTube channel. Every channel has the potential to be a millionaire channel. every channel that's out there. So if you have a YouTube channel, there's the potential, if you're the right creator. Like I was watching this one channel, and the guy's saying, be real to your audience. Okay, I'm like, okay, I'm real to the audience. Okay, do not be fake. I'm like, okay, I'm not fake. But apparently that's not, in my estimation, that's not what people are looking for. I mean, Bert from Scrap Farm will even tell you that. Well, you're always the glass half empty. Oh, well, you know what? Today I'm the glass totally empty. Spilled over. Don't cry over spilled milk. Actually, I'm trying to do the impossible. Answer the why questions that commenters always have before they can ask the question. Like I had this one guy go, went around and around and around with him. The guy's like, you could take that snow thrower and go around your neighborhood. Anyway, gonna speak about the extension cord. It's electric. Okay, you have to plug it in somewhere, right? And you could go around and do everybody's driveways. Last I checked, everybody does their own driveway. But maybe I was missing something, so I went up and down the block and checked. And last I checked, everybody's driveway is done. Because if they don't do it themselves, they have a lawn and garden company come and take care of it. And honestly, given my physical condition of being like so overweight, gee, I wonder why. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna avoid some kind of strenuous work like that if I can. Which is, well, that guy didn't do his driveway. No, he don't give a S. He just drives over. He's got all big trucks and stuff like that, so he just drives over the snow, smashes it down. He's no different than I am. They don't do their driveway at all. They got a couple of Jeeps and a Dodge Ram pickup, and they just drive over their snow. Some people do that. And I can't even get out of his driveway almost. Okay, so I'm waiting for this tow truck that comes hopefully. So I'm gonna go down my street here and see everybody's driveway. It'd be plowed. It's all done. Okay. I know, isn't this an interesting scrapping video? Well, I'm just answering the question from a YouTube subscriber that commented on my channel. So first of all, I'm like, can you imagine taking... I get into these like arguments that I know I'm not going to win, even though I know that I'm right. Chicano U-turn. You like the Chicano U-turn? Anyway, they're all done. I get in these arguments that I know I'm going to lose, even though I know I'm right. That's you, King. You think you're right. No, I know I'm right. Like, I'm like, okay, you take this electric snow thrower and you go pushing it down the street looking for a driveway to clear. First of all, there isn't one, but let's just say we found one, okay? On the off chance we found one. I have to find a place to plug the damn thing in. Where am I going to plug it in at? Now everybody's got an outside outlet. Okay. Yeah, maybe they have an outlet inside. Now they got to go jam the cord inside their door. No. People will be like, who's this loser? What the? Electric, yeah. Oh, died out. Every one of my trucks, when I go and turn the steering wheel, every one of them, I go and turn the steering wheel, it loads up the engine RPMs drop below like 600 and the thing dies out. You need to tune it up. Oh, I think it's beyond that. I think it's got something to do with the idle control or whatever. You know, when you use a power accessory, it's supposed to increase the RPM. It's supposed to boost it to keep it from doing that, to keep it from dying out. Okay, I'm not going to go and fix such a minor, to me, such a minor problem. To most people, that's kind of an inconvenience, right? But to me, I'm merely mentioning it for the sake of the YouTube channel for whatever reason. So while the guy had the yellow truck in his care, he I didn't ask him to do it, but you know, he went ahead and did it anyway, which is okay. He got the thing running like smoother and better, but it still runs like crap, in my opinion. It doesn't run butter smooth. I mean, it runs good, but compared to this thing, I'm like, wow, it's a gas hog. That 350 engine in that, compared to this 318, that thing was a gas hog. I mean, I know I only put $10 in it, going from the repair place back to the compound, but if I didn't use at least $5 just going across town, I'm like, this truck is going to have to be a load 'em up truck. More so than, you know, hunting for scrap. I'm going to have to use this trash wagon to go to do the scrap hunting. You know, the curbside collection. Most of the time. I think, I don't know, maybe. Okay, just shut the motor off and then the windows start steaming up like crazy. Oh, plus, the Dodge, because, like, see the C-pillar? Look how big that is right there. This chair goes all the way back, right? Up against the window. The chairs and the Chevy pickup trucks don't go all the way back. Or at least the one in the yellow truck doesn't. And as a result, my fat stomach is like that close to the steering wheel. Like, I'm closer to that. It's kind of uncomfortable, actually. It's gonna have to take some getting used to, but the last time I drove it, I think I was 300 pounds. And now I'm like almost 331 pounds. And I swear to God, if I didn't gain 10 pounds since the snowstorm started. Because I'm the kind of person that I have to be moving. I don't have to be moving fast, because I don't move fast. I'm carrying all that weight. Even when I didn't carry all kinds of weight, I never really moved fast. But now, it's worse. But my point is, well, you can tell I'm overtired. I'm rambling in circles. I'm waiting for this tow truck to come and take that away. And while that's away, he's going to put a power steering pump in it. I tried. I cannot get to it. Okay? I cannot get to the bolts on the pump. I can't get to it. I tried. I even moved like a few things out of the way. I don't know. I disconnected the battery. What else did I do? See if I can get over there, show you all. I disconnected the battery and the power distribution box. Now I was thinking, I shouldn't have disconnected the power distribution box, but now that I did, look, every vehicle I got trash on the floor. Look at the electric one, you can tip over and no oil comes out. Yeah, see, I disconnected the power distribution box. Well, it's a good thing I looked under here before the tow truck comes. Is that a 10mm? 7/16. That's 3/8. So no 10mm hiding under the hood. Get the pipe out of there. Yeah, so I totally disconnected this thing. It's got like these weird hook clamp things to keep you from pulling it apart or from it coming apart. So for God's sakes, I have no idea. But that's the water pump. The power steering pump's over there, and I cannot get to the thing. Okay? There's like no room. Honest to goodness. Well, still waiting for this tow truck. Hopefully they come. Yeah, I noticed since I've gained so much weight that my asthma is like way worse. Like right now, just because it's like snowing and there's moisture and stuff like that, it's giving me like, I have to keep clearing my throat and stuff like that. You can even hear it in my videos, like the way I'm breathing and stuff like that. So, getting the minivan going will help me make money. I'll be able to get my wife out of that Ford Edge for a little while so I can fix the misfire that thing's having. Instead of like doing a rush job, you know, for me a rush job is like, I don't know, hurry up. Oh yeah, it's coming down. I mean, since I've been making this video, look at that. We already got like what, half an inch on the ground? Look at that. They're the huge flakes too, like the lake effect snow. They're gigantic. That's lake effects now. You get the huge lakes that are like the size of a quarter. I have the engine running so I can clear the window because it steams up when it snows out, etc. Yeah, the Chevy doesn't have power windows. So that's what I liked about this cheap beater, this $400 truck, is it had electric windows. That one only works going down. It won't go up though. From here you gotta reach across, over there and push the button to make it go back up. I never found time to go and fix it. I on the hierarchy of everything that's wrong, yeah, that's probably order ticket number 10,257. In other words, they probably won't live enough hours, minutes, days, years in life to even get around to fixing such a unimportant problem. In the amount of time that you've been talking about it, King, you probably could have taken it apart. Really? I'm that competent? I don't think so. It's an electrical issue, obviously, so who knows? I mean, it could be the plug for the switch, or a broken wire, with the thing opening and closing. Unimportant. You know what? I'd rather do nothing, even though it's inconvenient. I just get like a stick or whatever is handy and reach across the way and push it up like a screwdriver or whatever. Right? I mean, the trees need pruning. Look at that. Well, you'll see it in the springtime. I mean, that thing needs to be cut and shaped, or just cut down all the way. Those evergreen bushes need to be reshaped. There's actually holes in the siding of the house from squirrels eating actually eating the siding. Well, your insurance should pay for it. Yeah, I've already been down that road, and they won't pay for it. Like, why even have insurance if they're not going to pay for stuff? But I think from here you can see it. Can you see it? Can you see the holes? There's holes in the corner post. There's holes over here on this corner post. All 4 corner posts on the house. The squirrels ate holes in it and created a ladder, actually. Like, they ate a hole, and then they'd put their feet into that one hole, and then they'd go up a little higher. And they ate another hole, and so on and so forth. See, like this right here? See the chewing marks? They gnawed on it, and then gnawed on the one up there. So they gnawed through the insulation. Then I put a piece of tin on here, some smooth tin, and they weren't able to climb on that. See how I nip in the hole there? They weren't able to climb on that, but then the freak show neighbor complained. And can you believe it or not, the government made me take those off. they made me take the tin off, or I would be fined $1,000 for having the tin on the corners, even though I needed it and demonstrated a clear need to keep them from coming into the, wrecking the siding. So like they did it to this one. They nibbled, gnawed through that, and then they went up higher, gnawed on that, and well, they stopped because I put a piece of tin here also. As you can see, there's little screw holes in there. So the squirrels, what they did was they're acrobats. They went like that, and they got on the bush, and they nibbled on the window, and then they nibbled on the J channel to climb up and go in through the attic vent and get into the house that way. But nobody else has that problem around here. Just this house and that problem. So yep, always on the losing end in life. You're such a complainer. No, it's like everything, look at that icicle. It's like everything is compromised. So any suggestions you have, it's probably already been tried, or it's not possible to do, or it's just too difficult, or it's something that's beyond me, or it's too expensive. That would be my reply to you. A piece of tin was my answer to the problem, and apparently the piece of tin is against building code. You can't have the piece of tin on there. Have the tin on there, pay $1,000 fine every day. For every day that tin stays on there, would be a $1,000 fine. Can you believe that? And the fine would not be put in effect if I took the tin off. So I took the tin off, and then everything was okay. But if I put the tin back on, and they came by and found the tin back on, then I would be fined retroactively from the day they came out and found it there. So, in effect, if the house is worth 200 grand, after a period of 200 days, you might as well just throw the keys into the fire pit. You know what I mean? Set the place on fire or something, because it's not yours. It belongs to the government. All over a piece of tin that you're just trying to save your house. So in America, we are not free in America, okay? We are not free. There's no such thing as land of the free. That was lost a long time ago because of the United States signed on. This was George Bush back in, the first George Bush, Papa Bush, back in 1992, signed on to the UN Uniform Building Code or some crap like that. That is like where they can find you for shit that you're doing or not doing if they don't like you or whatever. and they didn't like the tin. So yeah, it gives people that are peeking out a window, watching your every move, loads of power, which is not fair. So you could call it animal control people, and they come out and they trap that. It doesn't work. It did that. I tried that already. It didn't work. You could take coyote pee and you could put that, they sell, like this little bottle jars of like coyote pee or whatever. It's supposedly going, no, doesn't affect the squirrels. They don't care. Well, what's attracting them to your house? Well, actually, they were in the attic. There used to be a tree on the corner of the house, and they would use the tree to get into the attic. Okay, so I cut the tree down, and all was good for about maybe about a year, and then all of a sudden the squirrels decided one day, hey, we're gonna go chew on that house. But nevertheless, you could hear them running around like in the eave and stuff like that, where the gutter is, but on the inside of the house, you could hear them like running back and forth. I'm like, this is the problem, alright? Anybody interested in buying any kind of house anywhere, if it's a house that somebody else lived in before you, caution, you may be buying somebody else's problems, and the problems might not be anything actually structural with the house itself, but it might be the neighbors, okay? Because people that are moving out for the same reason you will soon find yourself wanting to move also, because the neighbor doesn't, I don't know, whatever, oftentimes it's the type of neighbor that's been there forever, okay, and they become territorial and they think that they own all that they can see, and all that they can see is under their domain. So I'm thinking one day when I fix this freak out house up and move the heck out of here, I'm going to put the proceeds away in a lockbox somewhere. In a vault, like in a bank, or like I'm thinking like a little kid. I'm gonna put in a safety deposit box or something, right? Don't you know that the safety deposit box is not insured by the bank? Well, you know what? You have a bank account, a couple of keystrokes, and your money is gone. Okay, because somebody hacked your account or whatnot, you know what I mean? Or you forgot to file something with some tax form or something like that, and the IRS didn't know about it for like 5 years, and now they're coming after you. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm thinking. I put the money away in a safety deposit box or something, and get a trailer, or like a mobile home, like it's only worth a couple $1,000, and live in that until I find a place that is just right, even if it's just a location and not a house. Because like the older the house, think about it, the greater the chance that whoever is living in that house may have had somebody die inside the house. I don't want to buy a house that somebody died in, because then it's got haints living in it. You know what I mean? It's got ghosts. You know what I mean? I don't want that. So yeah, this place living here was somebody else's problem, apparently, because I remember one of the neighbors coming up to me after I've been living here for about a year going, everybody that lives there moves out of there. We make them move. I'm like, oh, really? And they never said it ever since. That and, 1,000 other things about this place. It's right on the town line. Okay? Like where the car is parked, that's one town, and right on the grass is a different town. So that's the border is actually the curb. Believe it or not. So technically my cars parked out here they're in a different town than wherever my front lawn is. Okay, so if I have a tree branch that I cut down, everybody in this neighborhood that I live in and behind me, they can put out the tree branch on the curb, and the town comes by with a truck and they pick up the tree branches. Only on my block, though, okay? They won't pick the tree branches up. Even though I belong to the same community. Like this across the street is a different community. Because my town says that since the street was expanded, because one side used to just have a curb and then my side didn't, my taxes are channeled to the town across the street. So my branches won't get picked up by my town that I pay my taxes for, because they say that they channel the taxes over to this town across the street. But that town across the street does not pick up tree branches. Okay, they leave that for the garbage company. And since that's a different town, they all have just one garbage company. And on my side, there's 5 different garbage companies. Okay, there's 2 different garbage days and 5 different companies on my side. Or you could opt out of garbage pickup. Okay, which I checked that box, opt out. So I don't have trash pickup because I choose to recycle everything. All right, everything that I have gets recycled somehow. So therefore, I don't get any branches picked up no matter what. So I either have to put them in my burn pit in the backyard or figure something else out. So yeah, that's I mean, for some people, like I don't know, that scrap farmer guy that grows blueberries. Well, he lives on a farm, so maybe he's able to burn all his branches and stuff. Who knows? It's New Jersey, so you never know. That state's pretty weird. That's the one state in the union where you can't pump your own gasoline. But Bert says that he pumps his own gas, even though it's illegal to pump your gas in New Jersey. You're not allowed to do it. Is this the tow truck? Since it started snowing, they might be later than. Look how much snow we've gotten already. This yapping session. That's almost an inch. We are going to get buried in snow. And I will see you later. I think I bored everybody. I think I even put the dogs to sleep. Maybe even Bob the fish.